Yeah. Yo, it's the livest one, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to touch on this topic, yo. It's Brooklyn finest. In Grenada, the newest flavor. I had to touch on this topic, you know what I mean? That's trending all over the net. You know what I mean? About foundational black Americans since 1526. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to touch on that topic because it's a lot going on and I was there. I'm a day one homie. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York from the 80s and from the 90s. And I'm gonna keep it a G. I'ma keep it a grand, nigga. More than 100, homie. Now, I'ma start off like this. Joey Crack, stop the cat. You dead wrong. Let me tell you why. Homie, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York City in the 80s and the 90s. Like a lot of Brooklynites, I was an immigrant also. You know what I mean? In this day and point, you know, I would call myself a Grenadian American African. Three titles. But let me tell you why. Me and my family. Well, my family migrated to the Americas. You could say in the 60s. I believe my rich uncle, Stephen Earl Thomas, you know, he used to live on Kings Highway in Brooklyn. Very successful brother. It's my uncle. He lives in North Carolina right now. Bought a house out there. He used to live on Kings Highway in Avenue J. He had a house out there, man. He lived a tremendous American life, and yes, he lived like a foundational black American. After leaving Grenada at 16 years old from a school called GBSS, an all-boys school, and went straight to America, you understand? And then brung up his mother, which is my grandmother, I believe in the 70s, my auntie Nelsie, rest in peace, and a lot of others followed. They were the first and second batch, and I was included in one of those batches as the third batch. And my batch came up in October 31st, 1982. It was Halloween. It was three of us on my batch, actually. You know, there was a next batch that came out 1983, which was my grandmother's last son, uncle, my aunt Ketla, you know, Jillian is her real name, rest in power. She died as well in 1993. But I'm saying all this to say this, that we migrated since you can say about the 60s, Malcolm X time, Martin Luther King time, when they was, you know, going through the foundational black American struggle, you know, to help us with our civil rights, you know, and our real freedom, okay? That's when the process began, as far as the lineage that I could trace, you know, maybe it even went deeper than that, you understand? But however, you know, I was born in a small country called Grenada, right? And I left this small country when I was 7 years old. This was October 31st, 1982. And I went to America. And I see all those bright lights and everything, man. I never even went to school in Grenada. All my school, I went to school in Grenada, you can say, for 3 weeks, yo. You know what I mean? Probably a month. I remember wearing that blue shirt not for long. I hardly remember stuff at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know why? Because my American experience totally overshadowed the Caribbean experience when I was a youth. And plus my mind evolved, I grew older, whatever the case may be, on American soil. Now I was a permanent resident, you know, I was not there illegal, I was there legal with my family, working, going to school, trying to become the best that I can be, right? So now that I landed, before all this shit, man, I'm about to go with, I'm not in no game shit right now. I'm not playing games. I want to say Merry Christmas, you know what I mean, to the world, and all the best to all you guys, you know what I mean. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Christmas. As for me, my Christmas is late. This Christmas has been a nightmare, but Nevertheless, I'm still here chopping it up with y'all. Let's get back to the topic. Yeah. Now, I reached America in 1982. It was Halloween, October 31st. You understand? And I'm not even going to front, man. As soon as I reached America, I adapted to the life right away. I jumped into the life. I started playing Atari. You guys remember Atari? Right. You understand? And I was like a very intellectual young man. I started like watching my circumference. Right away, I fell in love with hip hop. I love music. As a young dude with my homies, East New York, 90s, Flatbush, wherever I was, you know what I mean? I was spitting bars as a youth, you know, kicking freestyles. And to be honest, I never got this like kind of style or influence from the Caribbean. Actually, I got it when amongst the foundational black Americans who were there that I grew up with. Some were like me. They went up when they were 6, 7, 8, whatever the case may be. They went up when they were young, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I happened to went up when I was 7. Okay? Right. And when I got there, son, there was so much going on. Hip hop dominated. You know what I mean? It crushed grooving. So much hip. And yo, it was all foundational black Americans' work. Now, everybody else, was there. You know what I mean? Because New York City. But these people had their own styles or whatever, and they started to follow. That's why today, right? The foundational black Americans have a lot of followers. You understand? It's proven today because they started to follow the trend. They started to follow the culture. You gotta be real, Joe Crack. You cannot say Puerto Rican started rap. You know why? You is the only Puerto Rican rapper from back. If they started rap, where are the others? We supposed to have a lot of Puerto Rican rappers, who were day ones, who were rocking a crowd. Where are they? Fat Joe, you are the only one from the 90s, and you wasn't really rocking that crowd, son, because you was never really popping like that, son. To keep it real, Joey Crack, I never really liked your music like that, homie. I never had a Fat Joe CD, bruh. I never popped your shit. But that's beside the point. The point is, you can't run away from the fact every nationality who went to America, right? 99.9%, man, got influenced by the youths of America in Brooklyn, New York City, Queens, Manhattan, wherever they was, man. Yeah, 99.9% started following the dress code, started following the fresh, started following the fly, started following the way we walk, started following the way we talk. And it wasn't even them. You go down south, right? With these South boys, they like the New York style. The girls in them, they like it. I know I went out there, man, with my homie Trick Star and all of them. They love the New York niggas. They love our talk. They love our swag. We influence them as well because New York is the home of the culture. It is the Mecca. It is the hip hop home. Me now. This is where I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I went to school in New York City, okay? I went to elementary school, PS 190 in East New York, okay? On Sheffield Avenue, between Livonia and New Lots. I went there for first, second, and third grade. Fourth grade, I was supposed to go to PS 174, a school right next to Alabama's projects, right where AZ, the rapper, is from. However, my mom's moved out in the fourth grade in the beginning, so I didn't go to PS 174 next to them knuckleheads by Alabama projects, the projects AZ, the rapper AZ, Asiatic came from, right? I moved to the 90s, right? That was fourth, fifth, sixth grade. Sixth grade, they had an annex, and I left there, and I went to Ditmas Junior High School, which is a junior high school in Flatbush, okay? the Coney Island part of Flatbush. You understand? Right? Right. Give me a second here. Right. So I've said that to say this. So I went to the Kennedy King School. That's PS 219. Shout out to all my homies. I went to the Kennedy King School, which was a great school. You know, they taught me a lot. You know, they taught me a lot to this day. That's why I'm surviving, right? And then I went to Ditmas Junior High School while I was in Flatbush. You know, I didn't stay there long. I also went to Montauk in the 7th grade. I graduated from Edward B. Shallow in the 8th grade, right? And that was actually in Bensonhurst, predominantly 80% white school I graduated from with an 80 average, right? And at this time, I was successful in my life. You know, I done mastered, I done mastered the American culture. No one knew that I was from Grenada unless I tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Because I adapted 100% to the American culture. I mean, it was right in front of me, bro. I mean, to be realistic, I couldn't run from it. It was right there. You understand? Now, they talking about Puerto Ricans and this one and that one help with the starting of hip hop. That's totally cap. That is 100% cap. Hip hop was already there. Hip hop was already in the parks, right? Everything was going on. Dudes was already breakdancing. They always have a lot of new moves, a lot of new dance might come out. Like say probably 88, 88, 87. The WAP came out. Remember the WAP? The WAP in junior high school. This was all introduced by foundational black Americans, right? So when they talk shit about Crazy Legs and all of them was dancing, yeah, they were breakdancing, but those were the ones that you saw. Breakdancing was already in the hood. Niggas was flipping on mattresses, doing all kind of shit back in the days. Breakdancing long, way before Crazy Legs. Y'all got to know this. Way before any Spanish niggas. Yo, foundational black Americans put in their work for their culture first. No one else. Everyone else followed in line. You guys gotta keep it real, man. You understand? Like, I was listening to one of Tariq Nasheed's, podcast, and this African dude, man, he was keeping it real, man. He was telling people from his country who went over to America or wherever they at, you know what I mean? Yo, stop posting up the flag. Y'all don't got love for us. You know what I mean? Y'all keep posting up whatever nationality they from in Africa. The people that's in America where they posting up the flag like they love their country. The guy was like, bro, y'all don't have no love for us. You left, you never came back. We're suffering over here. Where you're at is better, but you're still posting up flags. You know what I mean? Like you have love for us. You understand? The guy kept it a G. He kept it a grand. You understand? That's the reality of it, man. You know what I mean? They go to America and play that. They posting up their flags and their this and their that. But they would never leave America to go back to their country and help build something or do something. You understand? They're only in America following the American culture, the black, foundational black American culture that these guys started, and you guys tried to hijack it and put yourself in it. No, I was there. I was there with everything. I was there from the beginning to now. You understand? And what we're saying is, you repping your flag. What the African guys were saying is that you're repping your flag now that you got away from the suffering. But when you was in the suffering, you wasn't representing that flag. You understand? I can understand clearly what he tells me. Like a lot of my people, Grenadians, they even ask me, what did I come back down here for? Like, what I'm doing down? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you gonna leave America to come down here. Like, what sense that? To me, that's like, and then at the end of the day, they'll say, oh, their country is the best. They'll big up their country, da, da, da. But then they'll tell you that. You understand? So that tells me, you understand that deep down inside, they don't believe their country is the best. Because if they get a visa tomorrow or a permanent residency to go to the USA to work and live and stay, they gone. You'll never see their ass again, Maji. That's real talk. And y'all know it like a poet. You understand? But I just felt the need to touch on this topic because me, how I grew up as a foundational black American. I went to school there. I lived there in the 80s. I lived there in the 90s. You understand? I'm basically a hip hopper. I used to rap. I could rap to this day. I could put it down anytime. I could freestyle, whatever. And all this came from foundational black Americans. There was not no Puerto Ricans there. Yeah, rap it. You niggas never picked up a mic. If you picked up a mic, you would have had MCs now that we can say, oh, this nigga was there from day one, da 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 da. Now, everybody was around because New York City is multicultural. It has everybody, yes. But the black foundational Americans had their culture, and their culture was hip hop, and everybody followed their culture. New York was the fashion market of the world. Everybody followed the way to dress. The way they dress, they followed the swag, they followed the drip, they followed the language, they followed everything. They did not, because you followed someone doesn't mean you started it. Just like a lot of people on all these podcasts have a lot of followers. You understand? It's the same thing. Back then, there was no internet. There was no technology, so we can detect who is following who. Now we can detect who is following who. But back then, they were following the foundation black Americans who were putting it down for their culture. So Fat Joe Crack, you need to stop the cap. Come to the realization. Stop trying to take from my brothers. You understand? Yeah, I'm down here in Grenada because of circumstances beyond my control, but that does not allow me to speak my truths about the situation. Because I was there. I'm a day one homie. You understand? I grew up in East New York. I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in Flatbush, East 21st, and Newkirk. I'm from Brooklyn, New York City. I had girls in Harlem who are millionaires to this day. Tanika McElwain, she's a millionaire. You understand? My girls that I used to date are doing good in life. Evie Butte, she was a Haitian in Long Island. She's doing good. You understand what I'm telling you? So, yeah, I have to take a little sip of my agua. Yeah, but there's no way. Y'all cannot hijack the culture, Fat Joe. Fat Joe, you cannot hijack the culture. Fat Joe, where are the Puerto Rican rappers? Fat Joe, you claim to be Puerto Rican. When the police pull you up on your paperwork or whatever the case may be, you lie to them and tell them that you're white. Or maybe you're not lying. Maybe you're telling the truth. Because according, they say something about you, Colombia. Fat Joe, where are you from? It doesn't really matter to us where you're from because you cannot trick foundational black Americans. Okay? They are the culture. They started the culture, whether you like it or not. Whether you are part of the culture, you understand? It's all love. We have you a part of the culture, but that doesn't mean you started the culture, homie. Okay? Jamaicans didn't start the culture. Haitians didn't start the culture. Trinidadians, Puerto Ricans, Panamanians, whatever you are. None of you guys started the culture. The culture was already here. When you guys came, you guys started rocking polo shirts. Yeah, I mean, low lives. Everything the Brooklyn Knights did, the Harlem Knights did, you guys started following because y'all wanted the wave in hip hop, whatever we were rocking Guess, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger. I was the wave in the 90s. You understand me? And you know damn well you niggas was following the wave. You were following the wave that the foundational black Americans set. And that's real talk. That's real talk, New York. And Fat Joe, you cannot deny that. You cannot be going on Fat Joe. You cannot be going on Mav Hoffa podcast trying to trash foundational black Americans, and they were the ones that helped build your ass. They were the ones that helped build your career. So you know what you're doing? You are biting the hands that fed you all these years. So you know what they're gonna do now? They're gonna boycott your ass. They're gonna cancel you, and they have the power to do it because it's 43 million of them. 43 million foundational black Americans and counting. So these guys are not playing no game. They took back their culture. They're counting the points. They're counting the score. And no, they're not going to come up with no ridiculous remarks about you started hip hop and then you cannot produce no receipts. You cannot produce no proof, Joey Crack. So stop the cap. I'm not gonna stay on here too long, you know what I mean? It's Merry Christmas, you know, Happy New Year, all the best to you guys. I haven't been on here in a long time. It's Brooklyn finest in Grenada, the newest flavor. All my G's know me. But I had to correct Joe Crack on this topic. Joey Crack, you got some of your Terror Squad members saying you've been a racist nigga for a while. You know what I mean? You just been hiding the shit. You understand? But these comments, Joey Crack, is just showing the people who you really are. Because you cannot prove nothing that you're saying to us. You understand? Okay. Caribbean people, they had a culture. They have soca music. They have calypso. I'm out here. They bore me to death with soca. Calypso. I don't even go to the parties because I didn't grow up on that. I grew up on hip hop. You know? I grew up on hip hop. I fuck with dancehall also. I grew up on dancehall, sound clashes, hip hop, shit like that. You understand? Now, what I'm saying to you, Caribbean people, you check them out. Black Caribbean people, Grenadians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Dominicans, Haitians. And when I say Dominican, not Dominican Republic, Dominica. They got a place called Dominica. Anyway, these people have their culture. Their culture is soca, calypso, reggae, dancehall. It's not hip hop, right? However, when these people happen to get lucky or happen to get rewarded and go to the United States of America and they do have some sort of talent, these people adapt to the American culture that is built by the foundational black Americans, and they follow everything that they do. You can even look at Burna Boy. He's like a knockoff Offset. You understand? Because these dudes go up there and they portray the lifestyle of foundational black Americans. You know, and guys like Fat Joe is trying to say, you know, they started the culture, homie. You didn't start the culture been there. Other people just been around the culture and adapted to the culture, brother. The culture was started by foundational black Americans. In 1982, when I went to America, the culture was already there. There was no Puerto Ricans in the culture, my G. Niggas was doing graffiti and all that. I wasn't on that shit. That was some bird nigga shit. Black niggas was doing that. Spanish niggas was doing that. They breakdancing and all that. They started following what niggas was doing. Niggas got off that shit, they got on it. Niggas got off that graffiti on the train, got off that. Niggas got off that. Spanish niggas got on it. Foundational Black Americans did everything first. And that's facts. We're not ever gonna stray away from the truth. We have to shine some light on the truth. Foundational Black Americans created hip hop. Point blank, period. That's the bottom line. Alright? Fat Joe, your fat ass. Get that shit clear, nigga. You understand? And then what it said that you going on Math Hoffa, the homie from Brooklyn. Big up to Math Hoffa. You understand? You know what I mean? And calling niggas, you know what I mean, the hard R word and all kind of shit, man. Nigga, you gotta get canceled from using that word. For real. Joey Crack, you use that word too freely, and you not even one of the black Spanish niggas, man. These niggas is watching you now as a straight, like, Caucasoid, a straight white, red pig, dog. You know what I mean? Like, Yakub's grafted devil, like, they watching you as one of them niggas, man. You understand? Because niggas is actually trying to find out who you are and where you from. Because we thought it was Puerto Rico, but come to find out Big Pun is the Puerto Rican. Fuck around, we trying to find out your grandmother or something like that is Colombian. So where are you from? Colombians wasn't a part of hip hop. Puerto Ricans wasn't a part of fucking hip hop when it started, nigga. Them niggas don't know how to rap, they ain't even know how to speak English fucking good. You understand what I'm saying, B? Yo, Puerto Ricans don't even know how to speak fucking English good. Much less pick up a mic. You know what y'all try to start? Y'all try to start reggaeton. And that shit flopped. That shit flopped, my G. The only shit that didn't flop is the culture. Hip hop, nigga. And foundational Black Americans started that shit from way back. I don't give a fuck if you were, say, like Kool Herc, you know, his upbringing was Jamaicans. At the end of the day, he was in America, and they started doing the music with foundational Black Americans. So he adapted what foundational Black Americans was already doing. These guys is just the eyes that you see who got the credit for it. You know, there was already people outside in the streets beatboxing, rapping, having ciphers. That's the culture. It's been the culture since I was there, and it's still the culture today. You understand? And up to now, you know, you still don't have no hot Puerto Rican rappers because they can't rap. They not the culture. The culture is the black man. Everybody else is a visitor of the culture. Eminem, a visitor of the culture. Fat Joey Crack, a visitor of the culture. You understand? Busta Rhymes left Flatbush, where I'm from, when he was like 12, 13. Busta Rhymes know foundational Black Americans started hip hop. See, but the thing with Busta Rhymes and them, you know, Busta Rhymes is kind of Jamaican, so, you know, out of all the Caribbeans, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, the Jamaicans, they tend to keep their accent and their swag. Like, sometimes they'll just flip and just straight sound like a foundational Black American when they're ready. And other times, when they're around these people, yeah, King, one love. Yeah. Other times, when they're around these people, you understand, they start talking that Jamaican shit, blah, blah, blah. But when they, you know what I mean, living in America for a certain amount of years, went to school, whatever, they adapt to the hip hop circle. You understand? And, I don't know about where y'all from. Where I'm from in Brooklyn, East New York, Flatbush, reggae is big. Dancehall is big. You understand? But hip hop is bigger. You know what I mean? And that's just that. And you just can't run from the facts. So stop the cap, Joey Crack. I wanted to touch on this topic. Joey Crack is 100% wrong. Foundational black Americans started hip hop. They are the culture. I'm glad that they put a tag on their shit to keep score and to make sure that no other culture come and try to take away what's theirs, because they done took away a lot. They took away jazz, they took away rock and roll, they took away a lot of music that the black man started. You know, the foundational black Americans started. You know, and it's like a lot of people be hating on the foundational black Americans, like not even just white people, like people from, Caribbeans and shit like that, you know what I mean? They just be hating. They don't they like, like it's like everybody is our enemy. Like, the black man is your enemy, the Chinese man is your enemy, the white man, the red man, the Indian man. It's like everybody is the foundational black American's enemy. Why? Why is it like that? You understand? You understand? They don't really care about an African. They don't really care about a Haitian. They don't really care. They only care about what a foundation black American got going on. I'm not even gonna lie, man. They are some Biggie Small shit, man. They just pray and pray and pray on y'all downfall. Same thing with me, man. I'm a replica of foundational black Americans. I am. I'm down here, all they do is pray on my downfall. Because why? I can't. They want me to talk like them and walk like them. That's hard for me to do, being that I got educated in America. Now I'm back here in Grenada. You understand? They want me to talk like them. How can I leave out my good English and speak like you when you speak in broken English and dialect? That's making me go backwards. And if I go backwards, that's going and be done. Because I'm telling you, the 70s and 80s when I now went to America, you understand? My uncles and some of my aunts and them, they couldn't even fucking read and write good, man. I'm telling you, bro, they was non-educated, man. You know what I mean? As time go by and they took courses in America, they catch themselves and come up. I'm not gonna lie, my uncle and shit, my Uncle Trump, even my queen, I got mad love for her, man. They came up done since fuck, man. But my queen was very, very, very resilient. She was very vigilant at finding her way, at learning, and she elevated her mind. You know, she elevated her mind and educated herself. You understand? But I'm not gonna front. These people come from the Caribbean, they go to America, they be dunce as fuck. And then they follow the American trend, they follow the foundational black Americans and what they're doing, and then they catch themselves. Some of them be racist, and stay away, they don't like you or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, they are adapting your lifestyle because they are in your home. So they have no choice but to adapt your lifestyle. But to try to take it away and say it's 50-50 or we are part of it is crazy. Because if it was 50-50, you would have had at least 10 to 20 Puerto Rican MCs that you could say rock the fucking mic. Where they at? If they are foundational hip hoppers, where they at? Where are they? All y'all can talk about is Crazy Legs, Crazy Legs, Man, Crazy Legs was a bitch ass nigga breakdancing on the ground. Niggas didn't do that for too long. Niggas didn't flip on their head forever. It's a passing fad. We did it, we're done, we move on. Crazy Legs and them, that was their talent. They wanted to stay on that forever because they couldn't touch a mic. Niggas wanted to touch a mic and explain to the world what's going on across America, the ghettos of America, our environment, our struggles, what we're going through. You understand? That's what we did. We express how we live, the way we live, on a microphone. Where are the Puerto Ricans or the Haitians or the Jamaicans who express themselves on a microphone, right? Which they did have some, like the Bush Babies, them dudes from DC, Born Americans. They did have a couple, but they were never creators of the art form. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They followed and adapted the foundational Black Americans culture. You understand what I'm saying? And you cannot run or deny that fact. So once again, blow, blow, gunshot, stop the cap, Joey Crack. Where you at, nigga? We going, and you better come on here and apologize to the FBA that started since 1526, bro. Those are my dudes. You know what I mean? I look at myself as a foundational Black American because everything that they're speaking about, I was there. I was there to see it in the 80s and the 90s. I didn't grow old there because of circumstances beyond my control. I'm back here in Grenada. But I was there 100% to see it. So you cannot trick me, and you damn sure can't trick them. That's why they jumped on your ass, and they're ready to boycott you, and you need to apologize, But if it was up to me, I wouldn't take no apology. I would just boycott your ass, yes, and basically stop the hands that feeding you, because the hip-hop circle, the foundational Black American circle, is the circle that fed you and gave you millions of dollars to this year, to this day. And what do you do in return? In return, on the paperwork, when they ask you, are you white, Black, Spanish, Asiatic, blah, 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 you put that you're white, Joey Crack. Stop the cap. You put your white. So you know what? Joey Crack? You're going to have to hold that shit. You are a white boy. From today on, everybody online, I hope this video gets you. Joey Crack is a white boy. He cannot prove that he's from Puerto Rico. His fucking grandmother is from Colombia. You understand? He have no Black in his family. You know what I mean? And he want to run around. He feel that he grew up in the hood, like he been planted in the hood of the Bronx around some Black niggas, and he feel he is a Black nigga that he could come and speak like me and call niggas. No, you cannot fucking do that, nigga. You dead, nigga. You understand? You're a fucking Colombian. You know what I mean? You're a Caucasoid. And you not real, son. Your raps ain't real. You know what I mean? Your raps is not real. Your raps is sucker shit, nigga. You know what I mean? And you not no Don, son. And you cap too fucking much, nigga. You heard? And that's why we're going to boycott your ass and kick your ass out of the culture. You know, if you don't come back and apologize. If it was me, I wouldn't even accept your apology. You would have kicked your ass out of the culture already. Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about, Joey Crack. You is straight cap. Yeah, you is straight what I'm rocking on my head. This NY cap, nigga. You is cap, Joey Crack. And that's real talk. You know what I mean? Because bro, I turned 50 December 9th, Joey Crack. Joey Crack, you about 55, son. You understand? And you trying to sit up on here and tell me Puerto Ricans created hip-hop 50-50. Get the fuck out of here, Joey Crack. Where's your rappers? Where's your producers back then? If you guys were a part of the game and you helped foundation, no, nigga. You came on board and followed the trend, nigga. Follow the process, nigga. That does not mean that you started anything, bruh. Everything was already there in the parks, bruh. You understand? In the vacant lots, bruh. You know what I mean? Dudes jumping over fucking crack tops, valve tops, different color valve tops. Like, yo, don't touch that, bro. You're gonna turn into a zombie. When we were young, bro. You understand? Right? And all those times was the hip hop movement. You understand? And you can, bruh, the Nubians started hip hop. You understand? And you fucked with the wrong one. You fucked with one of those that know 100% their lineage, know 100% who started hip hop. And that is Brand Nubian's own Lord Jamar. Do you hear the name? Brand Nubian. That alone should let you have some sort of respect. Brand Nubian is all for one. Brand Nubian is one for all. You see how easy I can sing that, Joey Crack? I cannot find none of your songs or hooks that I can sing. I can just come off the top of my head. Brand Nubian is one for all. Brand Nubian is, well, big up Jamaican House. That's Jamaican and Rican how we used to party in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. My boy, homie Flower Shop, and he had a club. You understand? And this was one of the major tracks that we had to play every time we party. And one of the main tracks goes, Brand Nubian. It's one for all, Brand Nubian. We all for one. And Joey Crack. None of your music could touch that. So to sit here and to try to shit on Lord Jamar, you are making yourself an embarrassment, Joey Crack. Mr. Crack, you are an embarrassment. Because Brand Nubian did more for hip hop than you can ever do. A matter of fact, I would never even go look for your album because I just know that shit is whack because all your previous work was whack. You understand? Only time you made a little noise, I think it was in '98 when Big Pun was alive. Capital Punishment or some sucker shit. Yeah, I was Big Pun was making a little noise. You had a couple of features. But anyway, Joey Crack, your raps is whack, son. Brand Nubian is the culture, bruh. That shit is classic, bruh. I can't say the same about you or any of your work. Nigga, I don't want to hear that lean back shit. Lean back, that shit whack, son. All the way up, all the way up. All that shit is Remy and them, son. There's like, come on. I'm trying to Don Cartagena album. I'm trying to see if I can get like a verse out from you, man. You know what I mean? Like a verse. You know what I mean? Like catch me in Miami with Tamika and Tammy. Some Creole, CO bitches I catch on tour. Gold teeth galore. Told me meet them in the future later. They'll take me shopping by the lavender and heavy gators. Introduce me to heavyweights and player haters. You see, that's a Biggie Smalls. I ain't even have to hear Biggie Smalls spit that. I can just spit that. I can't spit nothing from none of your albums. I can go spit a Jay-Z, you know what I mean? I'm not big on Pac. I can spit a Pac, I can spit a Nas, like something, you know what I mean? I can't spit nothing from Joey Crack. Why? Because you basically molested the culture with all them whack ass raps, and you can see that your raps was very whack. You know why? Because it's 2024, you have a new album, and a guy was actually going through your album, and every little track that he played, the shit was whack. I'm like, oh my god, this nigga didn't even evolve. His lyrics didn't evolve. Your lyrics is not even teaching the people anything. You sound worse than them young niggas who's talking shit. For real, Joey Crack, his music sound worse than them young niggas, yo. That album is fucking straight double watered. That shit ain't selling no units, son. And not to be no hater, I'm telling you, the dude was just playing the shit out, just listening to talk, little beats, and then you move on. I ain't listening to the whole shit, just little snippets. Yo, this nigga shit is garbage. Garbage, my G. Yeah, but I ain't gonna stay on here too long, man. I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I just want it to be known that foundational black, even though that I got taken out of my position and I was supposed to be a millionaire off that same culture that y'all beefing about, foundational black Americans, because I adapted well. Yeah, to this day, I'm greatly influenced by that culture, all in Grenada. The Grenadian culture is telling me to be like them, and I can't be like them. I just gotta be like me, bruh. You understand? So I was greatly influenced by that culture to this day and time. Right? Flat Joe and all these niggas was greatly influenced by that culture. They didn't start anything. He is the only Puerto Rican that could stand up, and, you know what I mean, and speak about like the essence of hip hop. But if you guys started hip hop, they would have more Puerto Ricans who could speak about the essence, Maju. You know, come on. How come it's only black people? You gotta do the math, bro. Y'all didn't start one shit. Y'all didn't start one fuck, nigga. With that said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's Brooklyn Finest, the livest one. You know what I mean? Chop it up with me. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. I hope this video get it out. Hope this video get out there to the world. You know what I mean? I got love for y'all. Foundation of Black Americans. They built the fucking hip hop shit. They built the culture. No one else is getting credit. I'm on y'all side. I'm actually a patriot. I'm one of you guys. You know what I mean? I got sent back to a country that I didn't grow in. So I love though. You know what I'm saying? But I was there from day one. And I'm riding with the FBA, Foundational Black Americans. Because that's real. And I like the truth. And the truth is they started hip hop. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybe. Have a good evening, man. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Merry Christmas to my daughter, Stardasia, Shanora, Stardasia, Medina Thomas. Merry Christmas. My son, Shaquille Davis Thomas, 16-year-old king. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas to Deshaun Leroy Thomas, 12-year-old Prince. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas, you know what I mean, to Chavez Sean Thomas. You know what I mean? 20-year-old King. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas to all my children. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas to all the best. One love, yo. We out. I'm out of here, yo.